Good morning, bonjour, buonasera. Welcome to Life Lessons Straight Up with a Twist. I am your host, Charity Youngblood, and I am so excited and grateful that you are here with me today. This podcast is unedited because life is unedited. As always, we'll get started with a question and whatever activity you engage in to explore your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, please feel free to do. So today's first question is, how do I forgive someone who has not apologized? How do I forgive someone who has not apologized? So I'm actually staying with my mom for a while in San Diego while our house is being renovated. So my husband he's been working in architecture and construction his whole life. And he is doing some consulting work now, but we actually sat down together and I got to make another episode about that specifically. But anyways, we sat down together, figured out what we wanted to do to really make this house, our apartment, our home, something that we were proud to live in. So we're doing a full renovation. He's working on that in San Francisco. And I'm staying with my mom for quite a while, actually, about almost a month. So anyways, I'm here with her and I can't remember what day it was, but I am pretty regimented and rigid about my evening ritual. So when I'm winding down, I really have these boundaries of, I'm I'm in wind down mode. I ain't trying to talk to nobody. So one of the nights I was here, I was passing through the kitchen to do. I have to put this stuff on my eyes. I have MGD, so I have like an eye treatment that I have to do. And so I was passing through the kitchen as I was doing that to say goodnight to her, and literally just passed through. And she was on the phone. And what my mom loves to do is whoever she's talking to on the phone, she wants you also to talk to them. Anybody else got a mom that likes to play that game? So again, I'm in my wind down routine, so I don't want to talk to anyone. So as my mom starts to speak, I did this real how can I describe this? Like I started waving my hand away, like, no, I don't want to talk, but just in not a nice way. It just was like, no, don't bother me kind of thing. And so the next day, I woke up and I came in and gave her a big hug. I said, Mom, I'm really, really sorry. I should not have reacted that way. I didn't want to talk on the phone, but what I could have done was, first of all, waited for you to ask me if I, wanted to talk to whoever you were talking to. And I could have calmly said, Mom, I don't want to talk right now. I want to go to sleep, And the point was, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I don't want to be, nasty to you. And she was very surprised. She was like, you were? It didn't seem like that to me. It just seemed like you were saying, you didn't want to talk. And that was it. So fast forward to, so that probably happened like 2 weeks ago. So fast forward to yesterday, my mom was the one that was, she had a lot going on, and everything was, there was a lot of different things happening, and she was taking my little cousin to the airport, and I was trying to tell her a story, and long story short, she had a lot going on. She wasn't trying to hear it, right? She was like me, like, I'm not trying to talk right now. I got stuff to do, and she wasn't listening, and it, of course, really hurt my feelings. So what happened the next day, she came in, she apologized. She said, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to you. I had a lot going on. And we gave each other a really, really good hug. We have a very, very wonderful relationship, my mother and I. I have a very wonderful relationship with my father as well. I'm very blessed in the parent department because I really consider my parents to be my friends. And I know that that is not something that most people can say. It really is a blessing. So those occurrences, though, made me really want to bring this question to the podcast because I started to think about it. You know, I have very healthy relationships in my life. Not by accident, obviously. I've dropped some people who, healthy relationship was not in our title. But the point is, there are a lot of us that don't have healthy relationships. And one of the things that I really want to bring on the podcast is, besides honesty, is an understanding of growth. We're growing in this journey. So I brought this question of, how do I forgive someone who has not apologized, so that you can explore this for yourself and really think about this? Because for me, if it's someone who is really, really important in my life, and maybe they didn't, I kind of start going down the list. So maybe they didn't recognize that they hurt me. Maybe they were, they have some things going on in their own life. The point is, it doesn't really matter what the other person does, what their outcome, what their actions are. I am responsible for myself, my mind, my emotions, my thoughts, my beliefs. So I really challenge you to explore this question. This is the only question we're going to have today because it's a deep one. And really think about, what this means to you. For me, I try to kind of go down the list and think about the relationship. So if it's something small, I don't necessarily think that the magnitude of the issue really is the point, but let's just start there, because I'm sure it will come up. It could be something that could come up for you. So if it's something really small, definitely talking about it and communicating. For me, I always communicate with how I'm feeling. I communicate to the other person. So let's say I'm in a conversation with a friend or a family member, and they did something and it really did hurt me. I don't think it's healthy to not say what it was specifically that hurt me. I don't think that's healthy. So I do not suggest to other people to do that whole, well, you should know why I'm mad at you. That, to me, that's not helpful, right? So the first thing, if someone actually did do something that hurt me in whatever way it was, I let them know what you did, what you said really hurt me, and here's why it hurt me. And really, what's the word? Own how I'm feeling about the situation, and use that as a time to develop a deeper understanding of myself and develop a deeper understanding of the other person that I'm actually in that conversation with. So I really challenge you to think about this, explore, give yourself some space. If you need to take a walk outside, if you need to ask yourself this question in a few different ways. And also, I highly suggest asking this question in regards to a few different people. Sometimes we keep people in our lives because of reasons of, I'm being really gentle with this because I don't want to offend anyone, but we keep people in our lives for the wrong reasons. That's just, I'll just put it that way. So if you find it helpful, think about, the people in your life that really matter, that nourish you, right? You have a relationship with them that is so precious. And maybe think about some of the people that have been draining you with this question specifically. And again, we're doing this with curiosity, not judgment. So give yourself some grace, as always, as you explore this. And let me know how it goes. As always, please share this. If this was helpful for you, it will probably be helpful for someone else, as well as rate, review this podcast wherever you're listening. And until next time, take care.